12 minutes in.
Booted away by Taylor again. Taylor's kick towards the centre wing position. Here's Wiedemann, gets a beautiful bounce. He can kick it long in towards the forward pocket. English is there and takes yet another mark, this time just inside the boundary line.
I think he dropped on the mark. It's going to be a throw-in.
Yes, it is too. It will be right next to the point post. A chance for another Collingwood score. They've only kicked 3 goals so far in the match. Wiedemann and Davis. Davis shoots for goal. That looks okay. Goal! Davis is first. He hasn't had too many kicks today, Craig Davis. And Collingwood come a little bit closer. 4 goals, 8-32 to Carlton, 5-10-40. Well, Davis doing it pretty well there. Wiedemann went for the knockout. Davis came over the top, took the ball in both hands and boot the ball very quickly and notched up 4 points. King coming off. We mentioned he's only had 2 kicks so far in the match.
And Morris coming on in his place. And the 4 goals, 8-32 Collingwood to Carlton, 5-10-40. Back to the centre again. Collingwood going to attack through Byrne. Down there towards Dacos and Hunter. They both miss it. There's a chance for Wiedemann. Good play as he taps it over to Shaw. A hand pass back there to Allen. A kick towards the goals. It won't make the distance. Davis and McClure. Davis at the back. He's got another one. Another goal to Davis. It's only 2 points the difference. Or 4 points the difference, isn't it?
Well, we're going to mention our hands now. 2 points the difference. Carlton 5-10-40 to Collingwood 5-8-38.
Well, there we see a player that's been completely out the game, Davis, and of course he's popped back into it now. 2 goals within 2 minutes, and of course the Collingwood side are right back in business now.
Well, who would have guessed that, because they were completely outclassed up until half-time. We're at the 14-minute mark now of the 3rd quarter. 2 points the difference. Back into the centre. Moore and Fitzpatrick. Moore wins out. Taken by Whitnell, who's done well since he came on. Marcou's kick is a high one towards the Carlton centre half forward position, off the hands of the pack and knocked to the deck by Toomey. Some soccer tactics, but once again it goes to Whitnell, picked up by Irwin, coming into his own. Irwin's kick is short though. Chance for Dacos, it bounces over the head of Hunter. He's almost caught. Now he goes for the long kick. Dacos, can he put Collingwood in front? He has! Goal! Collingwood lead by 4 points. 3 goals in 4 minutes to the Magpies. What a change has come over the match. Carlton 5-10-40, Collingwood 6-8-44.
Aspen off the ground, and he's replaced by Buckley. I mentioned before about Dacos, Pete. You must watch him for 100 minutes, and Hunter hasn't made a mistake all day except for that time.
15 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. 2 points the difference.
Centre bounce. The Magpies in front. Back she goes to Moore. A hand pass back to her when he tries to get it out again. Intercept that time for Zusto. Sheldon finally drives it down there. Picked up by Marcoux. And now Carlton go back into attack. A long kick towards the goals. But there it is. Oh, he fumbled at Atkin, but it's finally through for 1 point. So it's 3 points the difference now. 5 goals, 11-41, Carlton to Collingwood 6-8-44, and we're at the 15-minute mark of this 3rd quarter. And what a beaut game it's going to be in the last one. The ball coming back out there towards Peter Moore, and Fitzpatrick. Moore couldn't hold the mark. Fitzpatrick goes after it. So there we see Blaskett. He's played battle pretty hard. Smith gets a kick out, smothered by Blaskett again. They're all having a bit of a dip there, and the umpire is going to ball it up. That'll be a free kick to Collingwood. I don't know what for, but the umpire's found one there, the free kick to go to Smith. Smith's kick is back there towards Collingwood's half-forward line. Howe couldn't pick it up. Wiedemann's there. Hooks the ball backwards. It's a bad kick coming out now to meet it as Wayne Harms on the boundary line. He's put it back, but it's finally forced out of bounds by Henry. But it's on Collingwood's half-forward line, about 60 metres around from their goal. 3 points the difference in favour of the Magpies. Morris and Dool having a bit of a dip there. Of course, it looks as though Morris has got the job of playing on Dool to put him out of business. Umpire Sutcliffe talking to the both players. Wiedemann against Hockey. Wiedemann got the force down. The umpire said it'll be a push in the back to Wiedemann, ready to send the Magpies back in attack again. And they've certainly come to light. You wouldn't have given them 2 buff them about 20 minutes ago. There's the kick by Wiedemann up there towards full forward. The pack fly. McClure, nearly a mark to McClure, but finally picked up by Hocking and driven away from the danger zone.
Not too far out though, it's on the point of the square. Gould, very hefty collision out there. Tony Shaw loses the ball. Gould caught beautifully by Smith, holding the ball. No, it's a ball-up. It's a ball-up. I don't need me to tell you the Collingwood supporters aren't too happy with that decision. Worthington gets clear of Gould, could score. shoots at goal, long kick in towards the goal square, off target, marked at Davis. Was it a behind?
He's playing the mark.
That's an interesting one.
I think he was over the fence.
Right. I thought so too. Anyway, the umpire thought differently, and the goal umpire was in good position, so Davis has a chance to bring up yet another goal. He's kicked 2. And as you can see, right on the boundary line. Probably tried the banana kick or to run around. He runs around, shoots. That's a goal! What a great shot to Davis. 3 goals in 5 minutes to Craig Davis, and what a change has come over this game. Collingwood 7-8-50, now lead Carlton by 9 points. The Blues 5-11-41.
Well, you wouldn't believe it, Pete, would you?
Well, I'll talk about that, Mark, for a long time tonight, I think, in the respective social clubs of both Collingwood and Carlton, because, as Lou and I both thought, Davis did appear to be over the line, but the umpire thought differently. The mark was taken and the goal registered.
9 points the difference at the 18-minute mark of the third quarter. Back to the centre now. It's Moore and Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick got the knockout. Intercepted by Irwin. A bad kick. Williams finally drives it over that half-forward line. Coming in to meet it is Hunter. A hurried kick out there towards that half-back line. Glasgow and Hanbury going for it. Finally gets Byrne. Oh, it's Morris hooking the ball back there, looking for Dacos. He's got it. And, of course, Dacos and Davis were well subdued until now, and they've both come to light. Davis kicking about 3 goals, I think, within about 6 minutes of this third quarter. 2 miraculous goals, and, of course, that very doubtful mark that was over the line, but a great goal. They wait now for Dacos, already kicked 1 goal from about 45 metres out. It's a long kick. Is it coming around enough? It may be through. It is a goal. Yes, and the Magpies are now 15 points in front. A complete change has come over this game.
So the scores, Carlton now 5-11-41, Collingwood 8-8-56. Collingwood in this quarter have kicked, let me see, 6 goals, 1. Miraculous kicking, whereas Carlton, on the other hand, have added only 2 points. It's Collingwood's quarter at Victoria Park. 41 plays 56 at the 19 3/4 minute mark. Knocked down by Fitzpatrick, but taken by Tony Shaw. He can't get clear of the circle. Whitnell a chance. Williams, short kick out towards the edge of the square. Ball knocked further forward. Smith. Back it comes towards centre field. Hanbury. Off he goes. The Collingwood winger goes for the long kick again. That's what the Magpies have been doing this term. Long kicks. They certainly have been effective. Morris couldn't handle it. Harms is close to the boundary line. Dool lends assistance. The umpire has found a free kick going to Harms for a tackle that was too high, and Harms to take it in the back pocket. How the pendulum of this game has swung. At the back was Howe, picked up by Tony Shaw. Towards the full forward position, Wiedemann in front, has it knocked away by Hocking. It goes to Hunter. Hunter with a short kick back towards the centre field area. There are plenty of Carlton players there. Into the open space as it comes. Bird and Marcoux. Off the hands. Byrne, well played. Could be a free kick though. The umpire has blown the whistle. And it will be going which way? He's talking to a couple of players out there, umpire Ian Robinson.
Smith to take the free kick. He was grabbed, but he didn't have the ball, so the umpire said, Pete.
So Smith to put Collingwood into attack yet again.
Actually penalised them then, didn't he?
Oh, I thought it had gone well downfield. Anyway, he obviously had blown the whistle before that happened, so ball back in the hands of Smith. Looks for Wiedemann. And marks.
Gee, that was a gutsy mark, Peter.
Very strong mark. Reminds you of his father.
Well, it did remind me of his dad, because his dad used to back into packs like that to take that mark. That's when he was really known as the enforcer.
And doesn't he look like him too? Wiedemann, 40 metres out, has a chance to bring up Collingwood's 7th goal for this quarter. And we've only been playing 22 minutes. A great effort from the Magpies. What a comeback. Wiedemann shooting at goal. Looks all right from here. So Wiedemann bringing up his 2nd goal. A great quarter for Collingwood. 7th big league scoreboard showing the Woods 9-8-62, leading Carlton 5-11-41. 22-minute mark now of the third term. 7th big league, Carlton trailing 41-62.
And every Collingwood player has lifted his game. Players that were unsighted throughout the first half are now back in business. There we see Short trying to get through the pack. Williams couldn't crash through. Whitnell's there for Carlton, but the umpire's going to ball it up again at centre field. Collingwood at the moment are 62 points to Carlton 41 points, a difference of 21 points. Magro taps the ball down, trying to get Allen. Allen couldn't get out the pack. And there we see the ball finally forced out there again. Everybody's missing. Then goes, what's his name, Howe. He couldn't get clear. And once again, the umpire's going to ball it up right plumb centre. So it'll be a ball up at centre field with Collingwood leading by 21 points.
It's a real old-fashioned bounce, that, doesn't it?
I'll
With all
say
the
it
players
does.
there.
Knocked out by Fitzpatrick, still battling pretty hard. Marcoux lost sight of the ball, coming out now, but the umpire spotted a free kick to Marcoux out there on the wing position. Shoots it across there, looking for Mackay. Ball hits the deck. There's Bazasto, but he runs into trouble. He's down nearly around the neck. Finally, Sheldon has a snap for goal, but the thing's not running hot for Carlton at the moment, and the ball is out of bounds. So it'll be a penalty free kick to Collingwood down there in the back pocket. To take it will be Atkin. Atkin with a hand pass over there to Worthington. Cross goal, another long hand pass out wide to Taylor. Taylor gets the ball back there to Toomey. Collingwood full of running now. He streaks away. The ball back out there looking for Wiedemann. He's got another mark. That's two great marks to Wiedemann out there at half court. This kid's going to be a real player another year or so. Hand pass over to Taylor. Taylor drives the ball back there towards the full forward zone. Players set themselves. Davis is trying to grab the mark. Irwin tries to juggle. He gets out of the pack. Finally, it comes out to Winglish down there in the back pocket. Balks, but runs into trouble. He's lost it. Now has the go for Dacos for goal number 3. Snap, but he's off target. And it's through for 1 point. So it's 22 points the difference now in favour of Collingwood. Their score is 9 goals, 9-63 to Carlton, 5 goals, 11-41.
24 minutes have gone in the third quarter, which has been all Collingwood so far as we await the kick out from fullback. McConville doing the honours on this occasion. Marker Hunter, play on. Back towards the centre wing position. Marcoux for Carlton, picks it up. Howe gets clear of Worthington. Tries to put the Blues up forward. They haven't had much to aim for so far in this term. Here's a chance for Mackay, but he's on the boundary line, racing into goal. He'll score from there, and David Mackay putting it through for his third goal. Badly needed one for Carlton. It's their first for the quarter. Carlton to 6 goals, 11, 47 points. Collingwood 9-9, 63.
It was a fatal mark dropped by Atkin there. Gully was a sitter too. I don't know what happened to him. He must have lost sight of it.
Well, Mackay didn't mess around to wait and find out. He picked the ball up, even though he was on the boundary line. Nobody was chasing, and Mackay had no trouble in putting it through. We're entering the time-on period now of the third quarter. 63 plays 47. Collingwood still in front.
Centre bounce again. Fitzpatrick and Peter Moore. That's time. It's Moore. Back towards Whitnell. His kick is one over centre half court. A chance for little Marcoux. He lost sight of it, couldn't hold the mark. Nicely picked up by Toomey. The ball shot out towards the wing position. Coming in there to meet it is Morris. Goes for a punch. Punched on again by Hennebury. Dool lost sight of it. Picked up by Magro. Down there towards Collingwood's forward pocket. A chance for English to mark it. He's been a very safe player down there in defence. Been a very good player since he's he's consolidated that back pocket position. A chance here for Collingwood to mark. Wiedemann goes down. Back it goes to Tony Shaw. A hurried kick back there towards the forward pocket. It bounces the wrong way for the couple of players there. Dool goes for a hand pass. Once again, it's English. Back over to Harms. Good defensive play by Carlton. The ball shot out there towards the wing position. Flying high. Couldn't hold the mark. Well taken that time by Shaw. That was Worthington getting up. Shaw's kick is over the centre half forward position, off the top of the pack. Dill comes in. There we see Davis. And finally it's Harms throwing himself at the ball now. Back it to Hennebury. Gets a hurried kick down there towards the forward pocket. Up goes Dill, goes for the punch. Pushed away again by Harms. Back it comes towards the forward pocket. Coming in to meet it is Glasgow. He runs into trouble, gets a hand pass, but the umpire said it's out of bounds on that half forward line for Collingwood, about 60 metres around from their goal. We're about 26 minutes into this third quarter. Ball back into play again. Hocking and Wiedemann to go for the knockout. Knocked out by Wiedemann. Grabbed here by Malin. Malin's hand pass is back there to Sheldon. It's smothered, and the ball is out of bounds again. Collingwood starting to play pretty desperate football at the moment, Peter.
Well, they've shown desperation in this quarter, and that was completely lacking in their game in the first half. In fact, it looks a completely different Collingwood side. Their desire has been there. Wiedemann again. Knocks it down, not far. Shaw picks it up. The kick is short. Back towards centre half forward. Irwin couldn't take the grab at all. Knocked away by Allen. Sheldon in the pocket. Look for someone. Have to go across goal though. Could be dangerous here. Hunter. Not a long kick from Hunter. Along the ground is Graham Allen. Whitnell comes in for Carlton. Picking it up as Malin eventually. Malin, long handball taken by Glasgow. Glasgow at centre wing. In turn gives it over towards Howe. Howe will go for the long kick. Or try to. It's down towards Carlton centre half forward position now. McClure backs up well. Shoots it out towards Mackay. He's kicked 3 already. Caught with the ball. Well tackled by Peter McCormack. And a good decision by umpire Robinson because it's a Collingwood free kick. Superb tackle by McCormack, who kept Collingwood in the game in the first half.
Had a great game, Peter.
He did indeed. One of their best. Worthington was the flyer in front of Howell. Lending assistance was Ashman back on the field. The handball from Fitzpatrick as well. Weirmouth also on for the first time for Collingwood. Caught. Howell's handball into the open spaces. Gazusto should be able to pick it up. Oh, I see limping down there for Collingwood is...
Toomey.
Toomey, is it?
Torn a hamstring, I'd say.
Looks that way. Ball kicked into the open spaces again. It goes past Williams. Sheldon racing him forward. Let's see who can get there first. It's socked off the ground by the Collingwood player over the boundary line, and we'll see a throw-in to take place on the centre wing.
Yes, young Toomey's in a bad way. I say he's torn a hamstring. They'd better get him off the ground because the Magpies at the moment are leading by, 16 points. Great recovery by Collingwood in this third quarter. Knocked out by Fitzpatrick. Going after it now is Weirmouth. He can't pick it up. Well, he's been off the ground for most of the day, and the ball is finally out of bounds, but the umpire's found a free kick to Weirmouth. Coming up now is young David Toomey. That's bad luck because let's hope it's not too serious for the young fella because he's got a brilliant career ahead of him. Chance now for Wiedemann in the front seat. Couldn't hold the mark. There we see Maylan gets a ball over to English. He drops the ball short of mark to Fitzpatrick. The kick is not a good one. Coming in as Marcoux, backs up his judgment, tries to get a hand pass. Intercepting that time has worked. That Collingwood certainly playing a lot more confidence as the ball goes back out there towards the Davis at centre field. He can't pick this one up. He goes after it again. A long hand pass over there to Taylor in trouble. Another long hand pass, too long for Magro. But Magro coming in to meet it into his back there is Hocking. Magro won't give in. He's got it now. A hand pass back to Allen. A snap for goal, but it's off target. It'll be out of bounds on the full and a penalty free kick to go to Hunter. Just wondering who's taking the place. The siren goes to the end of the third quarter. No doubt that was Collingwood's quarter. 9 goals, 9-63 Collingwood to Carlton 6-11-47. Notice that Kink is replacing
Sheldon. And again, you're right, another ball up to take place. This time it's about 35 metres out from goal. A bumping duel there. Knocked down by Worthington. Through the legs of Sheldon. Williams playing well for Collingwood. Strength getting the ball clear. He fires it out towards the wing position. And the mark taken by Magro. Magro's kick, not a good one. Off the side of the boot and bounces over the line next to the interchange area for a throw-in. And that area is in front of the Collingwood members' stand. Still 14 points the difference in favour of Collingwood. A low-scoring match, 11-10 to 8-14. Wiedemann at the back. Had a very good third quarter for Collingwood. Morris and Harms. Burners there likewise. Once again, it's out of bounds. This time it's a little bit nearer goal, though, for Collingwood. See Weirmouth just about warming up on the boundary line. Nobody can gain control. Eventually it's Hanbury to McCormack. Kick number 15 for the Collingwood fullback. Out of bounds, or is it a mark to English? It won't matter. It'll be his kick anyway. He's got a cross goal. Very dangerous, but he's looking for Glascott, and he's found him. Glascott's pretty fast. He can take another couple of bounces if he so wishes. He's now at centre wing. Another one, and he's lost it. Some soccer tactics. He still might regain control, or Ashman could pick it up. Ashman caught, drops the ball. Good tackle. Free kick to Collingwood to be taken by Irwin. Bad luck for Carlton because Glascott had the ball seemingly on a string, but then lost it when he hit a mud patch there at the centre. So Irwin with the free, left half back for Collingwood. Kick is short. McClure plays on. McClure in the centre wing position. Looking for Gazusto, who's only had 8 kicks so far in the match, but Atkin chipping in and taking a fine mark on left half-back flank.
Still 14 points the difference as we see Atkin drive the ball back there towards the wing position. Fitzpatrick in the box seat goes for the mark. Finally, he couldn't hold that. He comes out of the pack with the ball, gets a left footer down there towards centre half. Well, there's nearly a free kick to McCormack, but the umpires ignored that. As we see Gazusto break clear as he drives the ball towards the goals. But it's on the wrong side and it's through for a point. Well, no doubt McCormack's been Collingwood's best player, and I just did feel that it was a free kick, the Carlton player getting to his back, but then again the umpire's closer than we are. 13 points the difference in favour of the Magpies as we approach the 19-minute mark of this last quarter. Out it goes to Fitzpatrick and Moore, picked up by Sheldon, a short pass towards that forward pocket. Coming out to meet it is Taylor. He's had the job of minding Ashman, and by God, he's done a great job. Ashman's hardly been sighted, but then again, Ashman kicked a couple of very handy goals, one in the second quarter and one again in this last quarter. Knocked out by Fitzpatrick. kick up there by McConville, falling short towards Mackay. He's grabbed by Atkin, he's dropped it. Umpire said dropping the ball, and a free kick will go there to Atkin in the back pocket. Short pass. I see a chance now for Shaw to drive the ball back there towards that wing position. Falls a bit short. Punched on again by Hocking. A chance for Collingwood to crash through as we see Hanbury at the bottom of things there, and the umpire's going to ball it up on that centre wing position at the 20-minute mark. Collingwood at the moment 11 goals, 10-76 to Carlton, 8 goals, 15-63. So that's what, 13 points the difference.
And still a chance for Carlton to win it. Glascott on centre wing. Looking down there for Sheldon. Over the top was Big Worthington. The punch effective in getting it over the line. No, it's not. It's picked up by Byrne just inside it. Byrne looking for Morris. Morris got plenty of opposition down there, trying to beat two players. Out comes Dacos, who cut loose in the third quarter and put Collingwood back in business. Ashman should be paid the mark. Looks towards the centre where he sees McConville. McConville doesn't let him down. He plays on straight away. Long kick up towards full forward, but the players are mostly well covered. Johnston's there. Here's a chance for Carlton. Can't pick it up. Neither can Mackay. In goes Bazasto. Johnston again. Kick well smothered. Rolling towards the boundary line. Out of bounds now. Just before David Mackay can gain control, and we'll see a boundary throw in about 15 metres out from goal. Well, this is Carlton's chance. They've got to get a goal here because the clock ticking away. We're now at the 21-minute mark of the term. I don't think there'll be that much time on. Knocked away by Moore. Howell with the chance. 15 metres out. Steadies and shoots for goal and has put it through. 1 goal to Carlton. That's Howell's first goal. This match is still alive. Carlton now 9-15, 69. Collingwood 11-10, 76. Well, can Carlton get up, Lou?
Well, there's only 7 points in the difference, Pete. We've got still plenty of time. We're at the, 21.5-minute mark. And, of course, that goal would certainly give Carlton a lot of heart because they've been attacking for the last 10 minutes. They just couldn't break through for a goal, Pete.
So it's only 7 points the difference now in Sevens big league from Victoria Park. 76 plays 69.
And we're at the 21.5-minute mark at 7 points the difference. This is a ding-dong struggle, both vying for that top position of the league ladder. Fitzpatrick gets the ball down, back there towards Rene King. He fumbles the ball. Finally, we see coming out of the pack now is Dacos. Drives it back towards Collingwood's half-forward line. The back fly. No one can take the mark. That's Glascott coming out of the pack. Runs to centre field. Carlton go back into attack again. Mackay's got the mark. And this will make it a point the difference in favour of Collingwood. He's only about 30 metres out from goal, directly in front. And Mackay's already kicked 3 goals. Well, what a game this has turned out to be. The kick by Mackay.
Goal.
It's a goal, so it's a point the difference. And the Carlton crowd have come to light at the 22.5-minute mark. It's Collingwood 11 goals, 10-76 to Carlton 10 goals, 15-75.
Huge crowd here roaring themselves hoarse as the umpire again comes in to bounce the ball. It's 1 point the difference. Collingwood go forward. The fans are singing. Allen's kick high towards centre half forward. Out comes McClure. Fists the ball well clear. Glascott taps it down. Ashman caught beautifully down there by Taylor. McConville tries to spin out. It goes to McCormack. Short pass. Wiedemann. Wiedemann marking just inside the boundary line, almost within kicking distance. A good torpedo punt kick would land this right in the square. Wiedemann's kicked 2 so far for the Magpies. In he comes now. Can he make it 3 and make the game safe? That might be over the boundary line. We'll wait and see. Or is it a point? It's a point, I think. It's a point. So that makes the difference now 2 points in favour of the Magpies.
Allen off the ground. He's replaced by Weir now.
77-75 as the ball comes back into play. Howe in front and completes the grab. Good mark, play on. He kicked Carlton's last goal. He won't score from there, of course, but he'll put it deep into the attacking zone. Smith's getting underneath it, so too is Marku. Mackay for assistance comes in from the back. Takes the ball, but it's going to be a ball up to take place on the right half-forward flank for the Blues. Knocked down by Moore. Marku from the boundary line, high in turn towards full forward. Harms flies, McConville out of the pack, snaps it, goal! Off target, out of bounds on the full, and the free kick going Collingwood's way. It will be taken down there by Rene King.
24 minutes gone, Pete.
Just about into time on.
We wait now for Rene King to bring the ball out of that back pocket position. Down there to half back. Punched away by Hal, not a good one, comes to the ground, punching on it was Glasgow. He's played a great game for Carlton today, being one of their star players, Glasgow. So there'll be a ball up on that half-forward line with Collingwood in front by 2 points at the moment. So it's anybody's game. Rather, Ruckman get the advantage that time. Wearmouth finally picks it up. And he's clear, he's got to kick it now. Wearmouth, he gets a hand pass. Over there to Shaw, he runs around his opponent. Collingwood go back into attack. Over there, half-forward, at the back there is English, decides to play and he's lost it. Finally gets a one-footer, a one-hander back there, and once again, it's a mark there to Shaw on that centre wing position.
Into time on.
Into time on. By about 10 seconds as the kick by Shaw falls a bit short. Magro couldn't mark. In goes Wiedemann, falls on top of the ball, scoops it out. Out it comes to Glasgow. It'll be a free kick against Wiedemann. Umpire's calling Glasgow back. He said he threw it out of the pack and the free kick to go to Hocking. Hocking's kick is across to centre field now. Coming across is Williams to mark it. Off the top of the pack as they go for Sheldon. Out there to mark two. This looks dangerous. Didn't bounce the right way. But he taps it on, looking for a teammate. Atkin going after. He's gone for the boundary line. And the ball is out of bounds. Still 2 points the difference in favour of Collingwood. And we're at the 26-minute mark. Is there enough time? Well, there's still plenty of time for Carlton to win it because they only need one kick for goal. And down she hits the deck as they all pile in. No one making much progress there as the umpire comes across to ball it up about 45 to 50 metres out from the Carlton goal. 2 points the difference in favour of Collingwood, and we're about 26 and a half minutes into this last quarter.
Probably about 2.5 minutes left for play in this term. Ruckduals go David Mackay's way to Bazasto. His kick is forced over the boundary line and we'll see a throw in. Bazasto, a quiet player today, hasn't had too many kicks at all, would only be 10. Moore at the back is Mackay, big punch, goes to King. Now towards centre half back, Ashman, great mark. Little Rod Ashman, the two number 14s. Kevin Morris, taller than him, but Ashman took it. And a 15-metre penalty brings him up towards centre half forward, but he's not wasting any time. Long kick in towards the 10-metre square off the hands of Harms. And rushed through for a point, which makes the difference now 1 point, 76 to 77.
Carlton have thrown every player they possibly can down to their foot. Even English is down. There's about 2 players down there on Collingwood's forward line.
Well, will we see a draw reminiscent of the grand final of a couple of years ago? You could build a block of flats down there.
Well, this is a desperation effort now by Carlton.
Worthington from full-back, looking for more. No mark paid there. Dacos gets Collingwood out of the danger zone. Dacos a short pass, but it could be out of bounds on the full. Where's the boundary umpire? It will be out of bounds on the full, and the free kick going to Bruce Dool, it would appear. Dool will take the free kick right on the centre wing position and put Carlton into attack. 27 and a half minutes gone. Ball back there towards centre half forward. More up the back, couldn't take the mark. There's a job, there's a free kick there. He's called play on. The umpires, the ball goes down towards the forward pocket. Back there towards centre field, coming into meet it is English. Plays a hand pass, Tristan still battles on, gets the ball over now to Glasgow. He goes down, he's grabbed by Henry. English kicks it out towards the boundary line. Falling on top of him is McCormick. He's down too, he's still trying to get rid of it. And the umpire's called play as Wearmouth gets it on. Away around the boundary line, a hand pass. Out there to Shaw. Shaw doesn't know what to do with it. He balks. He finally hooks the ball back there towards McClure. McClure goes for the mark. He lost sight of it. Down goes Wiedemann. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Wiedemann. And the Magpies still 1 point in front as we approach the 28-minute mark. Is there enough time for Carlton to get up? Because they're only a point down. But Collingwood deep into attack at the moment. Oh, it's brought this crowd alive. It was a pretty dull and dreary game in the first half. Collingwood with a magnificent third quarter, and now Carlton fighting back in this last quarter to try and snatch victory away from Collingwood. There's the kick by Wiedemann, not a good kick. The pack are coming in. No one can take the mark, they're all fumbling. Finally it's driven up there by English. A chance now for Worthington to mark. The ball tapped to the ground, finally forced out again, piling on top of his Worthington. The umpire said it'll be a ball up on Collingwood's half-forward line, about 60 metres out from their goal. We're 29 minutes, or just on 29 minutes into this quarter. Knocked out by Moore. Back it goes there to Shaw. A kick down there towards Magro. Coming into meet it. English coming out now. Magro can't get clear. He's got it now. Stan the man. Hooks it back looking for Morris. On his back there is Bill, but the umpire says play on as Esmond picks it up. The ball back. A chance for Dacos to mark. He's fumbled the ball. But the umpire's going to play it to him. It'll be a mark there to Dacos.
At least Collingwood keep it to attack. They're a point in front. And of course, the winner of this match will stand alone on the top of the league ladder. It's Collingwood. They'll be 2 games ahead of Carlton. And of course, if Carlton win, they'll go ahead of Collingwood on percentage. We wait now for Dacos to send Collingwood back into attack. Punched out by Dool. A chance now for Carlton as Sheldon pounces on the ball. He's got it out there at half-back. A long kick up towards Carlton's half-forward line. Punched away again by Collingwood's McCormack, or Smith it was. A hand pass trying to come out of the pack as Williams goes down. Umpire still calling play on. That's Johnson in there. And the umpire's going to pull it up. And there's the side of the Magpies have won by a point. And they still stay on top of the league ladder. Collingwood 11 goals, 11-77 to Carlton, 10 goals, 16-76.